bring in Florida Congressman Carlos Giménez. He's a member of the House China Select Committee. Congressman, you and your family, you fled communist Cuba. You were a child. Your thoughts on the rise of socialism in the U.S., but also this candidate in Florida?
Well, the candidate in Florida, look, you're talking about 30% of the electorate in Florida is Democratic, and she got less than 50%, so about 15% of the electorate actually voted for her. So that she won, kind of surprising, but not so much because of what's happening with the Democrat Party, not only here in Florida but across the nation. That they're actually going, they're going crazy is what they're going. I mean, this whole thing with democratic socialism. Yeah, I fled. My family fled Cuba. Cuba had the second highest standard of living in the Western Hemisphere in 1959. Today, after 67 years of socialism and communism, it has a standard of living that's actually below Haiti. They have no food. They have no power. They have no medicine, all due to the failed policies of the Communist Party in Cuba and socialism. And so the lessons of Cuba, of the Soviet Union, of North Korea, and everywhere else that socialism and communism has been tried is that it doesn't work. And so these promises that somehow, yeah, if you just go the socialist route, that somehow things are going to be more affordable, it's just a pack of lies. And it plays out every single time it's tried. It fails because it is just a pack of lies. The one thing that you will end up losing, and the price that you will pay for this experiment, is your freedom. You have no freedom of speech, no freedom of religion, no freedom of the press, and you also lose your right to vote, and you also lose democracy. So it's a steep price for this these promises of affordability.
Well, Congressman, I've got to ask you, because of the situation in Cuba that you're talking about, do you think that there's going to be some type of action by the United States, action by the Trump administration with regards to Cuba, target the leaders there? Secretary of State Rubio has said, that these people are exploiting educational exchange with the goal of, quote, identifying, cultivating, and radicalizing subversives. I mean, what do you think happens with Cuba? What should the Trump administration do about Cuba?
I think the Trump administration is doing the right thing right now, is isolating Cuba as much as it can, and exerting economic pressure. It's not going to take much to topple them. I mean, they're already on the brink. They cannot provide their people with the basic necessities. And you should keep all options on the table. Because remember, one other thing, not only do they, oppress their people, but they also are a national security threat to the United States. I mean, we have spy bases there for Russia, for China, and so they continue to operate as a base of operations for our greatest adversaries. And they continue to export their revolution around our hemisphere, which causes, us problems, and also, frankly, is a national security threat to us. I mean, a great example of that is what happened in Venezuela, what's happening in Nicaragua, the cartels, all that stuff. They're all interrelated, and so we need to keep an eye on Cuba. And I'm glad that the Trump administration is doing something about it.
I was in Cuba a decade ago, and I couldn't believe the amount of Chinese and Russian vehicles on the roads there, to your point about our adversaries exploiting that island. I want to ask you about this. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates, he wants to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping to discuss AI safety during a potential trip to China this November. Now, Gates is saying he believes China could agree to restrict the release of potentially dangerous AI models if the United States acts first. You think Bill Gates should be meeting with Xi Jinping, sir?
No. I mean, whatever comes out of Xi Jinping's mouth is a lie, because one of the things that they do is, one of their greatest, what they think is a value is deception. And so if you somehow think that you're going to go to China and that they're going to stop developing AI, China is running, at full speed to develop AI because they want to beat the United States. We cannot allow China to do that. And for Bill Gates to go there and say somehow that China is going to agree to, we're going to put the stop on this. Yeah, they'll agree to it on paper, but they won't do it in reality. They're just going to continue to develop AI at the fastest pace possible in order to beat us. And so I think it's a huge mistake. I wouldn't believe anything that Xi Jinping tells me. And I wouldn't trust anything that Xi Jinping signs on the dotted line, because time and time again it's proven that they don't abide by their agreements, and they're just biding time and trying to fool you into thinking they're doing something so they can stop you from doing something that they won't want you to do.
Well, again, you're on the China Select Committee. You know more about this than most.
Yeah.
You've got this new opinion piece out on the port of Chancay. It's a Chinese state-owned megaport. This is in Peru. Now, you're referring this to a quote, as a quote, Trojan dragon, Congressman. What is it about this port that is a threat?
Well, it's a deep water port. It has a lot of commercial value, absolutely, but also has military value. It could lead one day to China establishing a military base here in our hemisphere. You know, we know that China is already has the largest navy in the world, and they're trying to develop greater and greater blue water capability in order to challenge the United States. Now, one thing about that port, Chancay, is that the Chinese are saying that the Peruvians have absolutely no say over that port. Now, mind you, that it's in Peru, okay? And the Chinese say, no, I know it's in Peru, but we own it, and we're going to decide whether, you know, we want transparency or not, or who we hire and how we operate. And that's exactly what you get when you bring the Chinese into your country. It sounds like a great deal. They will give you a great deal, but like everything that sounds like a great deal, it's not. You get what you pay for, and in the end, the Chinese control that port. The Chinese will control, you know, all the commerce that goes in and out of that port. And in the end, and maybe in the future, the Chinese will also control who goes there, and maybe the Chinese Navy will show up at your doorstep one day and have a base in your country without you approving it.
It's really frightening. No, that's very disturbing. With Congressman Carlos Giménez, it's always great to speak with you on these topics. It's great to have you on the program. We'll see you soon.